Imagine having a relaxing day out by the lake. Fishing rod in one hand and a nice cold beer in the other when all of a sudden, a crocodile lunges out from nowhere. In case you didn't know, crocodile attacks are 100 times deadlier than shark attacks, and the force of their bite is 3 times that of a lion. But what am I saying? As if you need any more convincing to stay away from these ravenous reptiles. Keep your guards up if you don't want to experience anything near these 8 scary crocodile attacks caught on camera. What's up, Facnatics? This is Discovery Amuse, serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Stay tuned till number 1 because you won't believe what this animal trainer suffered in the jaws of his supposedly well-trained croc. Fair warning, what you are about to see might be too gruesome for some audiences. Viewer discretion is highly advised. Now, let's sink our teeth into this. Number 8. Croc versus canoe. I can't really blame tourists for wanting to paddle down the waters of Okavango Delta in Botswana. It is, after all, well known for its richly diverse and abundant wildlife. But although croc attacks are said to be quite rare in the area, this group of researchers probably didn't have lady luck on their side when they traversed the swamp in 2014. While they were going through a narrow channel, they saw a huge crocodile a few feet away. They were hoping that it wouldn't notice them and just swim away, but the croc had other plans.
It's coming around, it's coming around. It's coming
Just
this way.
look at the speed of that croc when it finally reached the canoe. Luckily, no one from the group got hurt as the croc just seemed to taunt them before going on his merry way. Stick around till number 1 to find out what happens when a croc gives you a death roll. Number 7. Swimming for dear life. This stunning video taken at the Boca Paila Bridge in Mexico in 2014 shows a tourist frantically swimming towards shore while a 10-foot crocodile is hot on his tail. This heart-racing sight of man versus wild would have ended in tragedy if not for some helpful onlookers. One bystander successfully lobbed something at the crocodile that made it change course. According to locals, the crocodiles in the nature reserve have already associated people with food because of tourists who feed them. Good thing this particular croc looked well fed and it was swimming at a much slower pace than usual, enabling the man to get to safer ground. Number 6. The biggest catch. In this clip shot in 2019, a man named Daniel can be seen fishing with his rod at a creek in the Australian outback.
Just keep pressure, keep pressure.
But Daniel and his friends will soon realize they reeled in more than they bargained for when a saltwater croc comes after the same barramundi that Daniel hooked.
Run, bro. Run back, bro. Run back, bro. Run back, bro.
Daniel started running back while dragging the fish they just caught, but not to be outdone, the croc leapt out of the water and beat Daniel to the fish.
No! No, it's so big! It's so big, he's swallowing it!
Oh, the whole thing!
Oh, the whole thing's gone down his gob!
Wow.
I know, I'm just as baffled as you are as to why the guys insisted on holding onto the fishing rod while a rampaging salty was coming after them.
Brave, but foolish, my old Jedi friend.
Number 5. Oh, snap! The Tarcoles River in Costa Rica has become an unusual tourist attraction thanks to the dozens of American crocodiles that hang out in the area. While most visitors prefer to admire the sunbathing crocs in the safety of the Tarcoles Bridge, others insist on getting up close and personal with the ferocious predators, just like these daredevil tourists. As some of them were trying to feed the reptiles from a safe distance, this guy named Antonio went dangerously close to the riverbank to capture that perfect shot.
Hey.
Oh my God!
Instead of fleeing the area as the crocs got closer, he even asked a friend to throw some food at the crocs. Seriously, what's up with this wildlife photographer wannabe? Thankfully, his snapshots didn't end up as a snapped leg. Unsolicited advice: listen to your friends, Antonio.
Can you please listen to me?
Number 4. Don't touch my eggs! This man named Peter Watson is the proud owner of a sanctuary called Crocodile Creek in South Africa. He's a very friendly guy too. In fact, when a film crew came up to him in 2014 to film some of his crocs, he was more than happy to help. And when the crew wanted to film some croc eggs that were about to hatch, Peter even volunteered to get the mother croc away from the eggs for that perfect shot. Unfortunately, Mommy Croc didn't want her newborns to steal the spotlight from her. The croc shook Peter's leg like a Polaroid picture until she finally let go. Meanwhile, Peter was glad his toe stayed intact.
Okay.
Number 3. Jaw-dropping act. Serious question. Could you actually train a monstrous crocodile in captivity? Let's see if we can find some answers in this next clip.
Okay.
In July 2013, at the Samut Prakan Zoo in Thailand, a trainer named Pravit was performing some tricks for the tourists. What's the stunt, you ask? Well, he will attempt to stick his head between the reptile's jaws. No biggie. Watch as he slowly but surely preps the croc's jaws for his death-defying act. On a wing and a prayer, Pravit crouches down for the thrilling finale. The audience watched in horror as his partner grabbed the croc's tail to distract it from preying on Pravit. Other than the wounds on his face and neck that needed 30 stitches, Pravit survived the attack without serious injuries. He says he has performed with the 30-year-old croc in more than 100 shows, but this was the first time such a freak accident happened. Oh well, as they say, there's always a first time for everything.
I'll try anything once.
Number 2. Drag me to hell. Australian animal handler Trent Burton has been performing feeding shows with crocodiles for over a decade at the Shoalhaven Zoo in New South Wales, Australia. Still, that doesn't mean he's immune to attacks because, you know, crocs will be crocs. In July 2014, Trent bit off more than he could chew when he tried to feed John the crocodile during a school holiday show. At first, everything seemed all right with Trent keeping a safe distance. However, when he tried to grab the piece of meat back, the behemoth didn't let go of Trent's hand and pulled him down to the ground. It managed to drag the trainer into the water inside the enclosure. Luckily, Trent was able to free himself and jump out of the water. Trent's left hand got mangled and his right knuckle got busted after the incident. But when asked about the incident, Trent admits that John the Croc didn't intend to bite his hand and that him grabbing the meat back was a stupid lapse in judgment. Or as he'd like to call it, a dumb brain fart.
Did you just have a brain fart?
Begging your pardon, sir?
Before we go to our number 1 pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing boredom-busting content. And of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app's settings. Number 1. The death spin. Have you ever seen a wild crocodile doing a death roll? You know, when their jaws clamp onto a prey's limb and violently twists it out of its socket like a Mortal Kombat character performing his gruesome fatality move? Well, imagine a croc pulling off that stunt on a human being. In Thailand, a popular stunt among crocodile trainers is something called sawatdi, which involves the trainer inserting his arm inside the open mouth of a crocodile and quickly pulling it out just as the croc's jaws snap shut. It's become such a huge tourist attraction that a lot of videos of the stunt gone wrong have surfaced over the years. In this one taken in 2008, a trainer named Khan is about to perform the sawatdi with a Siamese croc. A few taps on the croc's snout and Khan gears up for his big finale. In 2017, during a show at the Phuket Crocodile World, a trainer named Anusak tried to pull off the same trick in front of a huge crowd. Same drill, the few taps on the croc's head a few times before inserting his arm. Fortunately, Anusak managed to roll with the beast and walk away virtually unscathed. However, the next one wasn't as lucky.
Don't tell me! Don't tell me! Don't tell me! Okay, tell me.
Also shot in 2017 was this trainer named Sumet, who was performing at a New Year's Eve show. Shocked tourists witnessed how the trainer was caught in the deadly spin that left Sumet's arm snapped in two. So, which of these would definitely haunt your dreams tonight? Let us know in the comments section below. Take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description, and while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? If you want even more spine-chilling animal encounters, then check out our list of 10 people who got eaten alive by wild animals. Till then, stay on the safe side, Factnatics, and see you in the next video.